Hello everyone, this is Smock here with GameReplays.org, and this is a cast of the Game Replays warm-up tournament, and this is a first round match between Fnatic MSI and DRD, Totally Rad. And a big huge shout out to Snoopy, who's doing my camo work for me. It is extremely appreciated. And so we see the bans and picks here. The bans going out are Engineer, Chipper, Ophelia, Soul Reaper, Defiler, and Hellbringer. So overall, pretty standard bans. They're banning a lot of the push-type heroes, which is the new metagame right now, is to do the push strategy, and so they're banning a lot of that. And Cursed is picked up as the first pick. Pretty standard first pick there. So not a lot to say, and we see Fade picked up by Fnatic MSI. By the way, the new hero, which was just added on Friday, I guess, Bubbles, is not currently allowed in this tournament, even though it's just a warm-up tournament, but we're not going to be able to see him played, unfortunately, but I'm sure that will be seen sometime down the road, as Fresh picks up Voodoo Jester as well. So an interesting pickup there. You don't really usually see Voodoo go so high on, but it'll be fun to see to play. Yeah, so like I said, this is a first round matchup, and unfortunately I don't have a co-caster, so I will have to talk a lot about nothing, but we will have later rounds co-casted as well, so hopefully we'll get some good games out of that. So Demented Shaman and Zephyr picked up for the Hellborn team. That's always a very annoying lane to have to play against, as Zephyr can always gust the enemy heroes into the creep wave, and Demented Shaman can get heal off, so that's just an annoying lane to play against, so it's a good pickup there by DRD. And they've got some solid support now with a Cursed and Demented Shaman, and they got that hard carry in Zephyr, so covering all those bases, we'll have to see what MSI picks up here to counter that. Interesting to note that Balfagor, I don't really think we'll see him be picked here, but he is available now with that patch. He is coming off as not a dev hero anymore, so I personally don't really think he's up to the standard of competitive play, so it's doubtful we'll see him picked up here, but it would be fun, considering it's a first round match, but probably not, as I said, as we see Valk and Magnus picked up for MSI. Yeah, just solid heroes all around. Very standard lineup. So not really much to say about that. We'll probably be looking for maybe they're going AoE type strategy on this Hellborn team. We'll have to see. I always like rooting for unconventional heroes to be played, especially in a first round match. And we see Corrupted Disciple, who will definitely be taking their mid lane. And now they're probably just picking someone to lane with a Curse at this point. We do see Soul Reaper banned, who is very strong hero in my opinion, one of my favorites. To lane, especially to lane with the Curse, but they won't have that because of the ban. And the final pickup is Pyromancer. So all around pretty solid team, pretty standard, nothing out of the ordinary. They got that semi carry in Corrupted Disciple and the hard carry in Zephyr, and they got some excellent support in Demented Shaman and a Curse. So very solid team. And the final pickup for the Legion is Forsaken Archer. So that's going to be their carry, along with you have the semis carries in Fade and Valk. So pretty good team there. I'd have to give support to DRD though. They have they have that devastating Accursed and Demented Shaman, which is going to be really annoying to play against, but as long as we see some good Fade play, I'm sure this will definitely be an entertaining match. We know that MSI plays at the highest quality, one of the top teams in the world, so I can't really say what strategy they're going for. Definitely gank with that Fade, and they have a lot of stun as well, so if they're going to pull off that gank strategy, it should be definitely a fun game to watch. As we are just waiting for the readies now. As for the lanes, I imagine that we've already talked about the Hellborn team, but I imagine that on the Legion team we're going to see Forsaken Archer. Well, they actually have a lot of mid candidates. Probably see Val Trixie on that. Val go mid. Come to see it now. And I don't know. Maybe they'll put something else. I'm definitely excited to see more Fade play. Fade is always fun to watch, and even though she received kind of a small nerf in the last patch, it didn't really do much in my opinion. It just changed it so that she switched her stance around a little bit, and so that forcing they might have to pick up one level of stance, but maybe not. Maybe they'll just change that around and play her a little differently, but most time you see Fades pick up a level of stance early anyway, so it's probably not going to make that much of a difference. As for other patch changes, I don't really think there's much in this game. Yeah, just Bubble is not allowed to play based on the game replay tournament rules, so unfortunately. But hopefully we will see that in future tournaments. And we're going to see Fade mid, looks like it. Oh, and there's a pause right away, which is always fun because there's not a lot for me to talk about. But that's okay. We're going to see the bottom lane looks like Magnus and Forsaken Archer. Heading bottom as we see a remake vote. Okay. And that Valk and Voodoo are going to head top. And Fade is probably going to head middle lane. As for the Legion or the Hellborn team, the lanes are pretty obvious. I believe we'll see Corrupted Disciple go mid or Pyro, I suppose. But personally, I like Corrupted Disciple better. And we're having some discussion about the auto ban of bubbles in the chat, and we'll probably see Pyro and Accursed go bottom. We might be having some lag issues, which is always an issue when we're playing with European teams. I'm not sure what server this is on, but I can check. Yeah, it's a US East server, so it might be a little laggy. But we will see. It seems like we are ready to go.
Let's get it on.
So yeah, DRD is playing from US West, and MSI is a European team, so it might be a little laggy for MSI, but the server was decided beforehand, so we'll have to deal with it. I don't know what this remaking is about, but we will see. As we see in the top, Voodoo and Zephyr just kind of running around. I don't really suspect anything will happen here, but Corrupted Disciple waiting for the bottom rune, as is Fade. But yeah, the rune is going to be bottom, and Corrupted Disciple is going to actually bottle it. Interesting choice to get a bottle first item choice, but that nevertheless that double damage is going to help him out with his farm, especially.